Hey there, it's Quinn with PTSD while black. Hello, hello, hello. Today, I was wanting to talk about negotiating with gang stalking. There was a very informative video that I got to watch today that was talking about how people get approached to get into gang stalking or convinced to do things that are illegal um, because someone with an authority figure may approach them or who looks like an authority figure may approach them. Hi, welcome. Um, and it was really interesting because, like in the video, it was talking about how really a lot of times either people will play on someone's emotions to get them to take an action, like saying, "Oh, this woman kidnapped her baby from her husband, and um, we need. I'm a bounty hunter, and I'm out to get her." And then people will take actions against other citizens. But one of the other things that I looked at with this was some people, such as homeless individuals, people who are recovering from addictions, may be approached with money or gift cards to harass a person, to not talk to a person, to tag a person in things. Now, that's kind of what it's more like today, so that a person, the target of gang stalking, um, is feeling like they are off balance. And that's ambient abuse, is really what that is. So people who have nothing to do with the target often can get recruited to go up against the target, to commit ambient abuse, which also, in doing so, commits crimes. But the person who is initiating, or the operative who is paying people to do these things, um, does not get held accountable. It's the individual who commits the crime against another citizen that gets held accountable by law if anything is getting prosecuted. So that's kind of how it goes. And I was just sitting here thinking about it because this is the way my brain works. Is I like to think of win-win situations in everything. In everything. So I was thinking about people who gang stalk me. Well, I'm a person who is for people being able to afford groceries, being able to afford to pay their bills and to take care of their families. I'm definitely pro that. And so I really can understand why someone may get involved if they're being bribed to do something. Um, I'm also pro people getting recovery and support and healing from addictions. Um, so I'm like, for folks, especially folks who were friends of mine, whether that was on Smule or on TikTok or what have you, if you've been approached um, by an operative to either harass or post certain comments or make certain statements or what have you, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with you getting your needs met and being able to take care of yourself. I'm okay with that. Hell, let's take their damn money. Let's take their money. Let's take their money and make it go to good use for people to be able to buy the things that their families need and to um, get their holiday gifts because this is the season for it. Take the money, take it from them, go for it. And just know that the consequences that are attached depending upon what they're having you do as a form of harassment towards an individual. And in exchange, what I'd like to offer you, if you have been set up to gang stalk me, is that I'd like to offer you humor, wholeness, creativity, compassion, joy, love, and healing. Because let's call it a win-win. As you are following me, as you've been recruited to follow me on TikTok or follow me here or wherever, like let's get the joy from it as well. I mean, I'm benefiting from this too because I surprisingly have amazing viewers, which nobody would be looking at this stuff that I talk about ever. No one would ever be looking at that. So, yeah, let's create a win-win. I am a certified hypnotherapist, haven't practiced in years, but I can also possibly come up with some topics maybe to talk on so that if you do have to follow me, that maybe there's some kind of healing or ease that you can have in your life so that you can be more of a whole person So that way you wouldn't even have to consider these options when pressured. Yeah, I am the person who likes to think win-win. I am the person who likes to, I own my limitations too. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to stop this. As long as there are people who need money, as long as there are people who have financial needs out in the world and that may take up these things, I get it. I get it, and I don't blame you. I really don't, because I could see how I probably could have gotten lured into something like that. The team lead in my Smule voice acting group was trying to groom me into doing that and lure me into it, but I just was like, I don't want to harass another person for no particular reason. It has nothing to do with me. So I told her no, and therefore I became a target, and I'm fine with it. Because y'all, I've had to grow. I've had to learn so much along the way. I've had to heal in so many areas of my life. I am the kind of person who can see like the lessons and things. And I can be grateful for what I do learn and how I choose to show up for myself. That's the big thing this whole thing has taught me, is that my responsibility is to show up for me, to take care of me, to heal me, and to do what is best for Quinn. So, yeah, I have every opportunity to show up whole and take care of myself, just like you do. You have every opportunity to show up whole and take care of yourself. So, if you're on the receiving end of gang stalking, the receiving end of having people follow you or harassing you, what are the win-win solutions that you can offer? How are you showing up for yourself? How can you support and validate yourself um, during these times? How can you prioritize your well being and your good health? Feel free to leave a comment. I really appreciate it. Um, I don't think I'm going to keep this channel for much longer, but feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I was thinking of creating a different avenue so that I'm focusing specifically on healing and recovery, and that for my thoughts that are in my head, they can be recorded elsewhere locally. You know, tape recorders are things. Um, so yeah, like, what if we think win-win in these situations? Because, and it was so funny because one of the videos was talking about that some gang stalking is actually initiated by city governments. Some gang stalking is initiated by local, city, or state government. I was like, wow. So that's where taxpayer money goes in some initiatives. I thought that was rather interesting. And I could see that happening to someone like me because I was a co-organizer. Really, I was the chair of the social justice committee at my church. And we would arrange marches and protests in 2014. I suck at organizing the marches. I was just like, hey, we can use the church hall for events. And so if that makes me a target, that makes me a target. So I could see where the city might be annoyed, but I'm like, dude, I don't even live in that town anymore, but they're trying to keep me from going there probably. Who knows? Conspiracies are so fun. But yeah, like, let's negotiate. We don't have to accept the shitty terms that are handed to us. And you don't have to accept the guilt and the pain of doing something to a fellow citizen as a result of just trying to feed your family. Because I get it. I really do. And being around me, the question is, how can you become more whole? How can you become more complete of a person so that you don't even have to accept those kinds of offers? That's what you'll get from connecting with me. That's what I have to offer. If you want some of what I got, keep following me. You can follow my voice acting on hypnoquinn_VA on TikTok. You can follow, I think I have a hypnoquinn_VA YouTube channel. I try to upload like different playlists of different types of voice acting that I do. And yes, some of that is 18 plus because I'm available to act any which way, girl. As I said, get the coin. Get the coin. If it's legit only. So yeah. And here I might offer some guided meditations if I'm in the mood for it. So yeah, I think everyone deserves to heal. Everyone deserves to be whole. And that part of my vision was to create a foundation for people who are self-injurers to get support and healing. And I think that pretty much anyone who has any active addiction, even if it's just a shopping addiction, and that's why you're accepting those gift cards, that could be part of the foundation too of healing self-injury, because we're injuring ourselves with whatever addiction it is that we have, right? So perhaps that foundation can look like us as individuals supporting one another and healing one another together by creating win-win situations. It may not look like a foundation that's brick and mortar and paid for in my name or anything like that. That may be like, 10 years, 20 years down the road. It may be after I'm dead. Who knows? But we can start what it looks like right now of creating a place for people to heal. All right. Till next time. Peace.